Welcome. My name is Doug Simcox, and this is Beyond the Chutes, as presented by Parasite Systems. Today we have a very special guest. We've talked about her a bit on our podcast over the last few weeks, ever since I learned that she had qualified National High School Rodeo Association finals. We've got Miss Hayden Pack, 14 years old, Brandenburg, Kentucky, so about an hour from where I'm in Louisville there, so almost a neighbor. And she's in Gillette, Wyoming, as I said, at the National High School Rodeo Association. She's qualified in the pole bending. And Hayden, how are you? How are you doing out there?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing really good. I'm really excited to be able to talk with you today. You know, I've watched you from afar, if you will. I've signed on to the National High School Rodeo Association webpage, and I've been able to see all the various going-ons out there. Before I get to all of that, tell us about your horse. What's your horse's name?
Her name is Oakley.
Okay.
She's probably about 9-ish.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little bay mare, but I really couldn't have gotten here without her.
Of course. Wonderful. She's American quarter horse?
Yes.
Okay. And how tall?
15.
15 hands?
Yes.
Okay, so a good size horse. Okay. And how's she doing out there? How has the new conditions been for her?
She's been pretty chill. I think she's taking it pretty fine.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of horses here who are having problems, so I'm thankful that she's not.
Mm-hmm. And does she tie up to the trailer? Do you have pens that you can put her in, or does she have to stand?
Well, we all have stalls here.
Oh, you do? Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did she travel out? How were your travels? I saw a picture, hauling with the trailer, of course, and the camper, the motorhome. How were your travels out there?
It was long, but we got here.
Okay.
It was smooth, no issues.
Oh, nice.
Our first night we stopped in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay.
We stayed the night at someone's farm.
Okay.
And then it took us about 2 days to get here.
It did.
So,
Okay. And stopping off in Lincoln gave the ability for you to get Oakley off the trailer, get her legged up a little bit, get her moving around a little bit. Perfect.
Yes.
That's a nice way to do that. And tell us about your experience so far. Sitting in Gillette, Wyoming, we know it's so much more than pole bending going on out there and rodeo going on out there. What are some of the other activities that you've been that have been around you?
well, every single night there's been dances going on.
Okay.
Wednesday night there was a rodeo prom, so we all had to get dressed up and go and do that.
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of just been riding around on the golf cart a lot and watching.
Okay.
And we've met so many people. I've met a few friends from New Mexico, Washington, Minnesota, Utah, like all over the place.
Oh, that's excellent. That is absolutely excellent. So meeting new friends, making new acquaintances, relationships. And what are you learning through some of these new friends that you're meeting?
I'm kind of one to like stay in my shell and like not go out and talk to other people unless they talk to me first. So it's kind of getting me out of my shell to go and be the one to start a conversation.
That's perfect. I love that. I love that. It's more than just rodeo, isn't it? It's relationships and connections.
Oh, yes.
You know, Sam Swearingen, my co-host on the show, we were talking about you this morning, and he passes on congratulations as he has all the way through this, and he just wants you to know, and I second everything he says, how incredibly proud we are of you. 1 of 4 to qualify out of the state of Kentucky. We are so excited for you and so proud of you for what you're doing. And he was talking, Hayden, about those connections. He had an example today. It wasn't even rodeo based, but he says, you know what? So much of what we do is connections and people based and relationship based, and everywhere we go. So good for you for stepping out of your comfort zone, right? And saying, hey, walking up and saying, hey, I'm Hayden Pack. I'm from Brandenburg, Kentucky.
Yep.
Very nice. So how's the arena? How many arenas are there out there?
there are 2 arenas.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to run in the rough stock arena, so the same arena that Bulls and Bronx and all that go in.
Mm-hmm.
And Tuesday on my first run, it just got done like raining, so it's super sloppy.
Okay.
But thank goodness Oakley doesn't really mind. She's not going to do something to get herself hurt, but she's not going to not run hard because of the dirt.
I see.
But last night, which was my last run, the dirt was good. And the arena was good. It's quite an experience to be running back and look up and see yourself on the big screen.
I'll bet. And so that's pretty impressive. Yeah, seeing that for the first time. And we talked about that, right? You're at the big show.
Yeah.
And when you come back next year, right? What some of this stuff will old hat. I've been here. I've done this. It'll become just a little more natural for you. Do you think?
Yeah. See, when we came this year, since this was my freshman year, our goal wasn't really to win the whole thing. It was kind of to come and see how everything works and get the nerves and the jitters out, so we can come back next year and bring the heat.
Bring the heat next year. I like that. That should be your slogan, by the way. 2024, bring the heat. Okay. And that might be the name of our episode. How about that? Bring the heat.
All right.
Okay. And just to give a perspective to our listeners, how many pole benders are out there with you?
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
There's several rounds, and there's like 34-ish in each round. So. Yep. I don't know the exact number.
Okay, I'm estimating upwards of 250, and I might be a little bit low with that number.
Yeah, it's around about there.
Okay. And so talk a little bit about your 2 runs. You talked about a little bit heavy ground the first night. You ran a 22-7, I believe, if my memory's correct.
Yes.
And just take us through that run. I know Oakley was a bit running safe.
Yeah.
Right? Were you happy with the pattern she ran?
I was so happy because my first 3 poles, I bumped all of them and they all wobbled. And I have no clue how they stayed up, but they all did.
Okay.
And I turned the end pole and looked, and I was so surprised.
Okay. And where did you bump them? Your shoulder, your arms, the horse?
My shoulders.
Your shoulders. Okay. And Sam said on our show, a pattern is a pattern is a pattern, pole pattern, meaning they're all, 21 feet apart, I believe, if that's correct.
Yes.
So is that true?
That is true.
Okay.
But the difference here is that it's such a long distance from the alley to the first pole. I couldn't tell you how much exactly, but and you 75 feet.
75 feet, okay. And you can run in from the alleyway full tilt, and you can run out full tilt, or do you have to hold up before you leave the arena?
You can run completely. You can run in from the alley, but they shut the gate, so you have to slow down before you run into the gate.
On the back side of the alley?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, that makes sense. And did you have a sense when you put Oakley under full charge, as you're heading down the arena, did you have a sense she knew where she was and what she was there to do?
Yes, I knew.
So she was looking for that end pole?
Yes.
Perfect. Dropped in, felt good?
Yes.
Okay, I love pole bending. I am so excited for you for what you're doing. And come around the end pole nice, went up through there. You looked up and said, oh, they're all standing.
Yeah.
And then headed home. Did she open up like she usually does on the way out, or still a little bit tended because of the ground?
No, she opened up pretty good.
Okay. She stretched out for you.
And last night was my second run.
Yeah.
And I got a 21-1, but I knocked 2 poles.
So plus 10,
I'm not knocked
right?
out.
Say again.
What?
You knocked over 2 poles, and then what did you say?
I'm not mad about it.
You're not mad about it?
No.
Okay.
Because we cut off a second from our first run.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And sometimes to be fast, you're going to knock poles every once in a while.
Absolutely.
The best of the best knock poles.
Absolutely.
So it just happens.
Mm-hmm. Was the ground better last night, Hayden?
Oh, it was great.
It was great. And you felt like she dropped in old habits, away we go?
Yeah.
Good.
She was so much faster and smoother. It was my fault for knocking the pole. It was my body that it, not hers.
So what happened there? I mean, she was given clearance. You just were a touch out of position, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you take away from that run, Hayden?
Well, I'm going to have to get skinny.
Okay. I guess that's possible. I don't know. Get skinny, and you mean tuck yourself in a little bit more?
Yes.
A little bit different position coming through?
Yeah.
Because does she have a tendency to run pretty close to the poles?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Perfect. And through the course of the season, through the course of your qualified fourth, so maybe I already know the answer, do you typically knock poles, or on occasion you knock poles?
Every once in a while, but not very much.
Okay. Excellent. Well, that's good to know. And of course, qualifying fourth for the state of Kentucky, I had assumed that you were pretty low on the knockdowns, or you're not going to have the points to qualify.
Right.
Okay. And you're going to stick around for all the final rounds and all that stuff that's coming up this weekend?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been watching the bronc riding?
Yeah.
Okay. Bull riding?
Yes.
Okay. Any rodeo athletes standing out for you that have caught your attention for whatever reason?
I haven't really looked at names but I have been behind the chutes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I went last night to watch one of my friends' friends.
Okay. And what event was that?
For bulls.
For bulls. So when you say you were behind the chutes, were you able to get up high enough to see what was going on, meaning on the back platform of the chutes?
Over beside it.
Perfect. Okay, but you had a view. You could see.
Yes.
Okay. And what did you learn, if anything, from that experience? What'd you find out?
There's a lot going on back there.
A lot of business, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet. All right. And when are you heading back out? When are you heading back to Kentucky?
We'll be coming back Sunday. And 2 days, you'll leave on Sunday morning, be back Monday night? Probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday or Wednesday you'll be coming back. Okay.
Probably Tuesday.
All right. Well, we need you to travel safe, you and your family.
Thank you.
And the advice that Sam gives still stands out. Enjoy yourself. Okay? There's a whole bunch more that you're going to experience between now and when you leave on Sunday morning. And when you come back, the trip back is going to be part of that journey. So please be safe. Please enjoy yourself. And we want you to know how incredibly proud we are of you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
All right. I appreciate it. And we're going to keep in touch, so we'll get a sense of where you're going and what you're doing.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Hayden. Thank you very much. Now, this is Doug Simcox, and this is BTC, Beyond the Chutes. We want to thank Hayden Pack, Brandenburg, Kentucky, National High School Rodeo Association finals qualifier, representing the state of Kentucky out there today. For all your listening, remember, we are on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're also on YouTube. And I'm going to put some links up here. Maybe I can get some links and some pictures from Hayden that we're going to post up so you can get a sense of this young lady and all the great things that she is doing out there. Until we meet again, we'd like to thank Parasite Systems. You can find them at parasitesystems.com. This is Beyond the Chutes. Stay safe. Watch your travels. Drink lots of water. It's hot out there. This is Doug Simcox. Thank you for listening.